Former chaplain to the Queen has called for Justin Welby to quit. But should he? Hi, welcome to the channel. My name is Red Dan. I'm a vicar in the Church of England. On this channel, you'll get my views on all the latest Christian news and happenings around the world. Subscribe, like, and comment on this video, and also hit that notification bell. So this story has got into the national news yet again. If you're calling for the Archbishop of Canterbury to resign, how can it not get into the national news? Today I'm using the Telegraph's article on this, where they lead with Justin Welby should quit over claims he backed Paula Vennells to be Bishop of London. So who is Paula Vennells? Well, she was the Post Office Chief Executive from 2012 to 2019, and for her work, she got awarded CBE in the New Year's Honour List, but she handed that back because between 1999 and 2015, more than 700 post submasters were prosecuted after the faulty Horizon accounting software made it look as though money was missing from their sites. Fewer than 100 corrections have been overturned to date in what's been described as the most widespread miscarriage of justice in UK history. She was also, during her time as CEO of the Post Office, shortlisted in 2017 to become the next Bishop of London. So she was put forward despite suggestions that during this time that sub-postmasters had been wrongly prosecuted. So the Telegraph says that church sources claim that the Archbishop of Canterbury was personally supportive of Paula Vennells' candidacy. And because of this, the Reverend Canon Jeremy Hayeslock, an associate priest at Great St Bartholomew's in the City of London, criticised the alleged endorsement. This is an alleged endorsement. There are church sources claiming that Justin Welby backed her, but there's nothing actually concrete. So everything is alleged until proven, obviously, true. And writing on social media, he says, "Surely this is the point at which Welby must go. Another demonstration of his complete lack of sound judgment." In a post-theme of the Telegraph, he added, "His backing for this woman for episcopal office shows completely he fails to understand the nature of that office," which is a huge claim. But Justin Welby has had his critics about how he has led the Church of England. Jeremy Hayeslock goes on to say in his post, his total failure to bring pastoral care to the fore during the pandemic and the disastrous decisions he made at that time shows his complete and utter lack of understanding of the church and its ministry. His has been a terrible primacy, and collection is GCVO, Royal Victorian Order, he should go. And that's referring to Justin Welby being united in the King's New Year's Honours List. Should he resign over this? Well, resigning is taking that decision when you feel that you've done something wrong. But remember, all of this is alleged. But back in 2022, the Telegraph reported that he said, "I've got no plans to quit the Church of England, top job, until he is 70. But he turned 70 in January 2026, so another 2 years of him leading the Church of England. So over the past year, Justin Welby's leadership has been questioned over how he's led the Church of England, not even just the Church of England, the Anglican Communion. I did a video about that myself. You can watch that here. So back in February, Anglican Inc. led with the headline, "Welby being disingenuous about his meeting with MPs, those present claim." In a presidential address to the Anglican Communion Consultative Committee, he said he was summoned to Parliament twice and threatened with parliamentary action to force same-sex marriages on us, called in England equal marriage. But MP Chris Bryant wrote on Twitter, "Sorry, but if this is an accurate record of what you said, it's untrue. Nobody ordered or threatened you. We had a warm, kindly conversation amongst parliamentarians about the pain being suffered by many LGBT people." Then in July, Christian Today had the headline, "Trustfuls over CAV safeguarding debacle." When addressing General Synod, Justin Welby talked about what happened at the Archbishop's Council with the sacking of the Independent Safeguarding Board. And he said both archbishops wished to wait. But later on, the Church Times reports that a spokesperson from the Church House has revealed that the decision of the Archbishop's Council was both unanimous and collective, and that the archbishops supported the decision. And there was also the time back in February when the Archbishop of Canterbury stood up one day during the debates over same-sex blessings and said that Anglicans around the world in the Anglican Communion would face death, beatings, and be raped over the decision that could be taken in that General Synod, and to really think about what they were going to vote for. The next day, he voted in favour of same-sex blessings happening in the Church of England. Obviously, same-sex blessings has come in now and are being done in services in the Church of England during Justin Welby's time. But back in November, he had a meeting with Liberals and Conservatives. And at the meeting with the Conservatives, he did ask, do you want me to resign over same-sex blessings? Only 2 people said yes at that meeting. But it was interesting that he did ask that question. But could this be it? Could this be the time that he faces the pressure to go as Archbishop of Canterbury, to resign, to pass the mantle on to somebody else? Well, let's look into what happened. Miss Vennells was ordained as a priest in 2006 and had been associate minister in the Diocese of St Albans, while at the same time as running the post office. She was interviewed for the role of the Bishop of London in 2017. By 2015, the post office had already halted prosecutions of sub-postmasters, but in 2017, legal action was launched against it by a group of 555 sub-postmasters following a long-running campaign. Church sources said that the Archbishop of Canterbury was supportive of Miss Vennells' candidacy, with one saying, "I've heard that Welby pushed for her. Apparently the meeting of the Crown Nominations Committee in 2017 was quite fortuitous because Paula had no parish experience and was a self-supporting minister." So it's really surprising that she was even put forward for the Bishop of London, because being an associate priest and a self-supporting priest, you're not working every day in the parish, especially if she was CEO of the post office. She might have given some time over to the parish in the week, definitely would have been there on a Sunday. But to go from that position to be the Bishop of London and then looking after all these parishes and all these clergy for the diocese, without having that day-to-day parish experience, is, like I say, is really surprising. But maybe the answer is in what Jeremy Haslock goes on to say. Over the last 10 years, the church has become more of a business model. So the whole idea of Paula Vennells being the supposed favourite candidate of Justin Welby links to the whole businessification of the church under his reign. So I don't know what the Church of England was really like before Justin Welby's reign. I came in under his reign, but you know, it does feel very much like a business model, getting everything centralised now. And there's a lot of complaints about that, a lot of murmurings over that now we're just like a company. And maybe that's why, as it says in the article, that there's the alleged allegation that Justin Welby supported her. Another source said the Archbishop was known to be supportive of Miss Vennells, who sat on the church's Ethical Investments Advisory Group, adding Justin was close to her. He was also very supportive of her when she was a member of the Church of England Ethical Investment Advisory Committee. So there are very, very close links between the Archbishop of Canterbury and Paula Vennells. Paula Vennells now has been in the press for the last few weeks over her handling over the Horizon scandal and her involvement in that when she was chief executive of the post office. Now this information that Justin Welby allegedly, and we have to say that word, backed her to be the Bishop of London without her experience. So what do you think? Should he resign over this, or do you think he should stay on until retirement? There's been so many things going on with Justin Welby over the past few years. Can he really stay on as Archbishop of Canterbury?